Hey, it's Audrey, Stitchy Witch 42. It's Monday, March 12th. I think I've tried to record this video 6,000 times. I don't know. I'm slightly exaggerating. I have a fully finished object to share today. And I wanted to share the journey on finishing it. It was my idea this morning to try to record a video as I finished it. You're not going to see that video because I got really frustrated and I didn't want to share my frustration. So rather I will tell you a little bit about the journey, leaving out the major portions of frustration. I showed you the piece that I was working on for the hashtag EAP Macabre Stitch-Along, quote the Raven. And I finished it, and then last Friday I went into Salem to do some shopping to get the pieces that I would need to finish it. And I went to Hobby Lobby, I went to Joann's, I went to Craft Warehouse. I bought some things here, I bought some things there, and I get home and I'm taking stuff out of my car, and I forgot to buy the fiber film. Yeah, I wasn't too pleased with myself when that happened. So I went online to see if there was a Joann's that I could hit up on Saturday on my way home from work. I live in Silverton, I work in Lake Oswego, and if I make a little detour and go to Oregon City, yes, there was one there. So I went and bought my fiber film. I wanted to make it into a drum, and I went upstairs and I had looked through all the fabrics that I had, and I didn't really have any gray tone fabrics that I liked, that I thought would look really good with this. What I did have was this. Now I like this. I like this a lot, but it's orange. So when I was at Joann's, I thought, well, everybody else does it. I can do it too. I'm going to dye some fabric. I've never dyed fabric before. I have no idea how to dye fabric. So since I wanted it to be gray, I bought gray dye. Brought it home, got the water going on the stove, added the salt, added some dye, put my fabric in there, and it came out brown. That's not what I wanted. So then I went online and I was looking at various sites that say mix this color with this color to get this color, so on and so forth. And it said use blue. If your original fabric is orange, use blue. So I went and bought some more dye. I got some blue. And then I posted the pictures both on Facebook and on Instagram Saturday night, what I had come up with. While the front of the fabric still had a brown tone to it that I really didn't like, the back has a little bit of it has a little brown, it has a little blue, it has a little gray. And I really liked it, and asking the hive mind, as I did, everybody who replied said yes, they thought that it would work really good. So this morning I got up. It's my day off. I am going to do this video. I am going to create this drum on a video. And if it could go wrong, it did go wrong, and I got frustrated and said, nope, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to finish working on this on my own. Don't need to record the frustration. It's bad enough I lived through it. So I had sent a message to Vonna and asked her if she had any tutorials on making a drum, and she said no, she didn't, but she suggested that I look at her tutorial for her stand-ups. And that gave me a really good starting point. So I got out this morning, had all my stuff together, Vaughn is in the back of my head telling me what to do, how to go about it, and everything was going good until I had to figure out what size discs to cut for the top and the bottom, because math. I am a bookkeeper. I can do bookkeeping math. I can't figure out math for this stuff for nothing. So I had Mark come in, and Mark wanted to do it his way, and I said, well, no, Vonna said do it this way, and well, yeah. Anyway, I ended up doing it his way because it worked. I know these things. I know that he's going to be right. I know these things. So then I cut the fabric and had to stitch the fabric onto the disc. Basically, I just held the fabric in place, did a running stitch around the edge of the fabric, and then pulled it tight, and it fit to the disc. I did that for both the top and the bottom. So, that's the way the bottom looks. And then I slowly stitched it on. Then I stuffed it with fiberfill. Okay, that was good. I got it stuffed pretty good, but then I had to stitch the top on. Trying to hold a soft finished piece full of fiberfill, stitching a disc onto the top of it that has 8 layers of batting between the fabric and the disc. I had fiberfill up my nose. I had it all over my shirt. It's all over the floor. I dropped the needle on the floor twice and had to find it. That was just some of the frustration that I went through. But I got it done. And I am very, very pleased with my finish. Here is my drum. So, quote the Raven, Nevermore. Got the nice seam down the back, the bottom, and the top. And I made a little skull bead to go on there. But I have my finish, and I am very, very pleased with it. Will I ever stitch another drum? Oh, I don't think so. I really don't think so. I have learned from Floss Tube that this community has really, really helped me grow, and I've said that before. I'm trying things that I've never done before. Will I ever become a finisher? No way. No. No, no, no. My hat is off to everybody who finishes projects for a living, because I do mine and I try to do things that I don't know how to do. And yes, I succeeded, and I am just really, really, really pleased with this. But if I had to do this for somebody else, they would not pay me what I wanted. This was a pain. But what I got to go with it because if you have a raven, well, it's a bird, right? And so you have to put the bird in the cage. So I got a bird cage. And then I got fairy lights. And I know it's daylight and it makes it really, really hard to see this, but this is going to look really, really cool in the evenings. I put some of the black floral ribbon that I got from the store the other day, made a bit of a nest in there. Mark helped me put the twinkle lights in there, and the thing I love about it is it runs through the different, well, you can see the lights are changing as they flash. But I really think that this has turned out to be a really, really cute finish. So quote the Raven, nevermore. And I am not a finisher. So I am very, very excited about that. My next project is to get my Wicked Witch finished. I had this small idea that I might be able to get it done today. Yeah. I started trying to do this morning about 9 o'clock and it's going on 4 now. And no, Wicked Witch is not going to get done today. Tomorrow is Girl Day and I have to take them down to the YMCA and get them signed up for volleyball. So Wicked Witch isn't going to get done tomorrow. I might attempt to do it Thursday or Friday when I'm off on one of those days. We'll see. We will see. So when I got up this morning, turned on FlossTube as I do before I started this madness. And Donna Ray was on. And she was sharing all the things. I love that desk you have your fabric in. I want it. I don't have any place in my house for it, but I want it. But that's okay. It's given me ideas for things to do with my armoire upstairs, so yeah. But anyway, in the middle of all the frustration that I was having, mail showed up. I got a magical arrival from Donna Ray. This is so me. This is so me. I mean, if you don't know that by now, you should. Just a little postcard for your mailbox. If only we could travel by broom, stitch a while, and be back home for supper. Live long and stitch on, my friend. Love it. The postage stamp on the back. I have those same Star Trek stamps. Come on, I love Star Trek. Live long and stitch on. Where do you think I got it? Last week I was talking about the friendships that I have made and how fabulous FlossTube is. And I really do think that FlossTube, you know, if the brain would work with the mouth, it would be so nice. But when you're sitting here trying to record and your brain is thinking ahead and your mouth tries to catch up, it just doesn't work sometimes. My adventures with FlossTube started when I did a video saying how I wanted to finish my witch's magical book of brews and potions. My very first video showed this. And then as it developed along, I showed it in other videos, and then when Mark finished it for me, I was just so excited to share this. And then it went and sat in my living room, and I thought, I have to figure out what to put in there. And a couple of people have left comments on my page or on my videos and given me ideas, and they've all been really wonderful ideas. But nothing was resonating until last week when I was talking about friendships and friendships made. And I thought, this was the beginning of my journey, so I need to record my journey. I need to record the postcards that I have gotten from people. And I'm not a scrapbooker. I don't know a damn thing about scrapbooking, but I put a colorful piece of paper in here, and I've put things together for people, cards from friends, wrote their names next to them. My pen pal, who likes Harry Potter. Yeah. This is becoming my journey with FlossTube. And now I get to add Donna Ray to my journey. Thank you, lady. You made a frustrating day so much better. And then I went back and finished my piece, and it turned out pretty darn cool as far as I'm concerned. So what started out as a frustrating day has turned into a fabulous day, and I want to thank everyone for coming and visiting me. I want to thank you for sharing my journey with FlossTube. Live long and stitch on, my friends. Until we meet again. Bye-bye.